Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Are we live? Are we live? We are live. Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl, Jay. It is Saturday afternoon, and we are live. We are live. I hope everyone is doing well this afternoon. I'm back. I feel better. I can speak. My voice is not stuffy and raspy, and I can breathe. I'm still a little, I'm not 100%, but I'm like 90, 97% with a little cough here and there. But I'm back. I'm happy to be back. I feel better. Thank y'all for just hanging with me and riding this out. I know I've been MIA. I haven't been consistent with my show because it's been 2.5 weeks of me just being sick and trying to get my life back together. So I'm very happy that I'm back here. Also, my intro is wrong. I just realized that there's a typo in it. But I'm here. Also here, Groovy is here. Hey, Groovy. Groovy's always one of the first people. Tulip is here. Tulip, let me tell you, Tulip be on time. Tulip be on time because Tulip is across the pond. And Tulip is always looking for me if I'm not on time. Where you at? I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm here. I wasn't exactly on time because I had to run to the corner store to get my go-go juice. And there was a baseball game or something, and it was holding up traffic in my neighborhood for me to get where I need to go. But I'm back. I'm here. What's good, Tulip? Good. Glad to hear you're better now. Yeah, man, it was rough for a while. It was rough for a minute. If I wasn't if I didn't have a voice, then it was the stuffiness, then it was the sneezing, then it was a cough, and then it was just not feeling well. It was the whole thing. So yes, I'm here, I'm back, and we're gonna talk some hoops today. So as always, I hope everyone is doing well. We're gonna jump right in because today my Skaces play. So we have the Aces. They play at my time, 2:00, which is like an hour and 20 minutes from now. So we're gonna do this show. We're gonna get off on time, and then I'm gonna watch my Aces play, and then later my Chicago Sky plays. Skaces. The Aces play Valks, and the Chicago Sky plays Indiana. So I will not be watching. I was not joking when I said I'm not really going to be messing with Indiana games. I'm just not. I mean, it's going to get ratings, and that's awesome, but I'm not going to be a part of that. But I will be watching the box scores. And if we win, I might go back and watch it just because I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the commentators. I don't want to hear the mess. I don't want to hear what the timeline is saying. I usually just block out, especially when Indiana plays Chicago. It's just always something. I don't know if CC is playing. I know she's out with an injury. I don't know if she's playing, if she is or if she isn't. It's always something when those two teams get together, and I'm not doing it. I'm going to support my team. Shout out to, you can't see this because my camera sits up close, but I'm always repping some part of Chicago Sky. You can see that right there. This is a shirt I got when I went to LSU. It says Pro Hoops. I got it big. He said it'll shrink. Pro Hoops in the Bayou. And it was celebrating when I went to watch the preseason game when Chicago played Brazil. And they had little T-shirts they were giving out. So I decided to get one of those. But yeah, I will not be watching that game. I'm going to be supporting them through the box scores. And we'll go from there. But today's show, we're going to do slightly different segments. Normally on my show, if this is your first time watching or it's been a minute, when I do my main show, we have three segments mainly. I have news around the dub, I have my fit check, and then I have my rookie watch. Well, I don't, I didn't get a rookie watch together this week, but we are going to talk about the rookies. The fashions haven't been fashioning the way I wanted them to. I got a couple of photos, but with me being sick and not really just being, on top of everything, I haven't seen anything that just like rocked anything. I'm gonna check my DMs right now while I'm thinking about it because my homie, um, April always sends me. Yep, she sent me pictures. She really did. I didn't check it before the show. She sent me some pictures. Because I tell you guys, if you find some outfits that you think are dope, you want me to feature on my show during my fit check segment, I will. And she did. So shout out to April. I didn't get them available for the show, but I definitely will next time. I will definitely do that next time. But she hits me in my DMs on my IG. She always sends me some good stuff. So shout out to April. But yeah, we do news around the dub, the fit check, and the rookie watch. So slightly different because this is going to be kind of a quickish show. I am going to review the games that we had last week. So the season started on a Friday, so I'm going from Friday to Thursday. So we'll review, just recap those games as far as the score and things like that, and we have some news around the dub that I'm going to go over as well. RC is in the house. Fever won't be getting no real superb ratings without her, Jay. I don't care. I don't care if they do or don't. I honestly do not care. Um, Tulip says we saw Marina go from negative 55 one game to dropping 34 points in the next. Cooking the dream. Basketball is a crazy sport. It really is. It really is. That's one of the games that is going to be a part of the recap. That man, New York ate up, chewed up, spit out, rolled over, threw out the window. They ran through Connecticut. Crazy. Yes, Marina did have a negative 55 plus minus. But yeah, she bounced right back, came back against the Dream, which is a pretty good team, and she cooked. RC is in the house. Hello, RC. Tulip says Rakia was back, efficient as ever. LA cooked them wings. Oh yeah, that was a good game to watch. Groovy says, I'm. What does that mean? I'm dead. The game's so my view doesn't count. What's that flag means? Pirate? You're pirating the game? Oh, you're watching it through some like illegal channels, so your views doesn't count. Oh, okay. I'm watching it through. I think it's on national TV, right? It's going to be on national TV, so yeah, I won't be participating. Tulip says CC and Sophie not playing. Coach White won't be there too in Chicago. Coach White, why not? This is Sky's best chance. If they don't beat Fever tonight, it could be a 5-0 series sweep. Could be. Why is Coach White not going to be there? RC says, with her out, Jay, the ticket sales for the game went from 175, 200 down to 15 to $20. I get it, but I don't. I mean, I get that, but let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I was planning, or I'm still planning to go to Atlanta to watch the Sky. I'm going to meet some friends that live in Atlanta. I told them, let's go to a W game. So y'all can see how it really is. We have some fun at W game. So I'll pick a game, pick a time when Chicago's going to be in Atlanta. I'll come down, or the Aces, and we'll watch. Do you know? I ended up looking for tickets. I thought I found some tickets for in Atlanta, but what I was actually looking at was tickets in Chicago for when Atlanta was there. I had mixed up my dates. Do you know how much those tickets were? They were resale, but do you know how much they were? $1,300. I'm not lying to you. $1,300 for the bottom section, maybe I think it was like 7 or 8 rows up. $1,300 resale. I was like, ain't no way. Now they had cheap tickets, but they were nosebleed. They were like $40 or something for like the nosebleed, $40 to $80. I don't want to sit in the nosebleed, but you're telling me for me to get a good seat, y'all trying to charge me $1,300? Okay, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'm trying to see which seats. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see this. Somebody's texting me. I don't need my business out there, but let me see if y'all can see. I don't think y'all can see it. Maybe a little bit. It's blurry, but that's the court, right? This is in Chicago. It's blurry. Those pink seats right there, all the pink seats, I'm looking at right here. I was looking at right up in there because it's 3 of us that was going. Right up in there. That was $1,300. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 rows, maybe 12, maybe I missed the count. 12, 11 rows from the court, $1,300. Can't do it. Can't do it. So I say all that to say, I know what they're saying about the Chicago tickets and Indiana and is down because of CC. Great. That's fine. That's what she does. She brings the views. She brings ticket sales. Awesome. But the other games, those tickets are expensive. They're expensive. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get into some news around the dub real quick before I recap the games. So I forgot to talk about this last time I was live, which was last Saturday. Angel released her her official logo. This is for her new line that's coming out with Reebok, like her signature shoe and everything that comes along with it, and anything I guess associated with Angel. This is her logo. And it is, if you can see it, I'm going to show you a breakdown. But if you can see it, obviously you see the A. You also see the R, which is in cursive for Angel Reese. And then the way that R goes around the A is a halo that, you know, Angel usually uses. Obviously, when she uses the emoji, the halo around the emoji's head is for Angel. So this right here, like I just said, breaks down what that logo is, the A, the R, and the halo, which, you know, definitely represents Angel, encompasses everything that you need to brand yourself. Your first and last name, Angel Reese. People know about Angel Reese. And then the halo, which is like a signature of hers. And I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's a clean look. I can see it on shirts. I can see it on her shoes. I can see it on any kind of merch that she releases. It's a clean look, I feel, to me. But yeah, also along with that, she did debut her PE with the Reebok Engine A. She's been wearing them. They're these right here, if you can see them. So it has her signature on it. At the top, you can see that with the little Reebok. I don't know if you can see at the very top, it says Angel on it. And these are her special PEs with the Engine A. Now, the Engine A comes in several colors. You've seen her wear the silver ones. They have the green and black. They have the, like, I don't forget what they call it, sunburst or something that Dejanay, they're kind of orange. Dejanay has been wearing those. Also, Anissa Morrow has been wearing those. And then there's a blue and black pair. And then she has these pair here. These are her PE, just this color. But the other shoes that come in the other colors are just the Reebok Engine A's. But this specific one is her signature PE with Reebok and the Engine A. Like I said, it has her name on the tongue, and she's been wearing those. She's been wearing those lately. All right, sorry about that. Next up, speaking of shoes, I don't know if anybody plays NBA 2K. Now I need to get a new Xbox. My Xbox is so old and it takes forever to update. It takes like 3 days to update for whatever reason. I've been meaning to buy a new Xbox, but I've been trying to find something that is I know they have a cheaper version, which is why I'm not doing the PlayStation, because the PlayStation doesn't have a cheaper version that's for just like regular people that play games, not for like gamers. So I just haven't went and purchased. The only one they have available is a white one, and I don't want white. It doesn't blend in with what I have already here. So I wanted a black one or some kind of dark color one. I know you can wrap it, but I didn't want the white one. Anyway, in the new NBA 2K25 that features Asia on the cover, they have updated it where Asia has her A1 sneaker featured in the game, which I think is pretty freaking dope. Pretty freaking dope, I think. Now I really want to go get the game just so I can play. I don't know if you can customize. Somebody was showing, unless they just did it on like Photoshop or something, they had customized her shoes or whatever. But I think that's dope that not only is she a feature on NBA 2K, now her shoe, she actually gets to wear her own shoe in the game, like in the actual game. I think it's dope. And the details are like, look at the details of the shoe is the shoe. Like you see everything on the bottom, the top, everything is a perfect scan of what the shoes are. So I think that's really dope. Tulip says, I prefer Angel's logo, but I like Angel's. I prefer Angel's logo, but Asia's shoe. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of Reebok. I do like the Reebok Classics. They are very comfortable. I don't have a bunch of them. I had like a couple of pair that I used to wear. I've been meaning to get the special edition Angel ones that they released a while back. I don't know if they're still available now. I never got them, but I still want to get them because I love me some classics. I think it's a very comfortable shoe. But as far as like aesthetics, I like Asia's shoe in the way that it looks. I will say, hey, big girl's in the house. Gilletta, what's going on? How are you? I will say that the A1s that I have, I'm noticing now, the A1s that I have are way too wide. I have a very narrow foot. I have a high arch, and the ones that I have are way too just way too bulky and wide. I'm learning now by speaking to people, if you get the kids version is a wider shoe. If you get the women's version, they're tighter or narrow. So me being, I want to save money and I wear kid sizes, I went for the kids. But now I'm realizing like it just doesn't, if it's okay, but it's not, it doesn't feel as great after you keep walking in them because they're too wide for me. I'm gonna go try on the women's size and see if it feels better. I do want the pink and black ones. So if they fit better and I like those, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the pink and black ones in a women's size. Right now I have the indigo girls, the blue ones I have in a kid size. But yeah, that's that. Um Another bit of news before we get into the recaps. I don't know if y'all saw this, and oh man, you can't even see it. Hold on, let me see if I can I'm gonna have to cut myself off a little bit. It's gonna look weird for a second, guys. There. Earlier this week, there was breaking news that the Aces, if y'all remember last season which they're still investigating right now. The city of Las Vegas gave every player on the Las Vegas Aces $100,000, and pretty much it was a sponsorship deal that they can use. It's like an NIL deal. They can use their image likeness to promote the city, pretty much. Like they would be in commercials, or they would be in print ads, or they would be in whatever all over the city, representing Las Vegas. They would be using them as players to promote the city, right? So they gave them each $100,000. And Kathy said, nope, 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 I don't like it. That was weird. No. It's a sponsorship deal like anybody else. If Coca-Cola wanted to work with somebody, or Pepsi or Nike or whatever, it's just they happen to do it for the entire team, because they're using the team to promote the city. That's what pretty much like an endorsement deal is. But Kathy said she didn't like it. So they investigated. I don't know what happened to it, but this next time they came back and said, well, we're doing it again because we want to keep the deal going. So they gave them another $100,000 sponsorship. The person who is in charge of doing that, he says, I'm not looking to cause more of an issue. It just doesn't seem like there's an issue there. So we're just moving forward. Like, this is my thing that I'm doing. I'm giving them the money to promote my city. I don't know, he's some city official or something like that. I'm using that money to promote my city with the celebrities or the players that have brought my city championship, the first back-to-back championship, and the newest championship that we've had. So I'm using them to promote the city. So this is what I'm giving them. So I guess since they never came back with an answer for the last 100K, they're getting another fresh 100K. So I don't know what Kathy's gonna do about that. Big Girl says, I couldn't wear the women A1s. It was too narrow. Okay, that's what I need. That's what I need. I don't know what size you wear, but if you can fit kids, I would go for the kids ones. But if the women is too narrow, that's the one I need, because I can't. Those shoes are too wide for me. Tulip says, I don't like the Aces over the table, under the table business, incentivizing players to join outside their contract. I mean, is it incentivizing them to come to join a team, or is it the city of Las Vegas actually promoting their W team, helping them to promote after what that team has done for the city? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody stopping Dallas from giving their players money to promote Dallas. Ain't nobody stopping New York, city of New York, or wherever they play, New Jersey, whatever, Brooklyn, from giving their players money to promote Brooklyn or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think it would be different if nobody else had the opportunity to do that. Like, if they said this is the only team that can do that, but all these other cities can do the same thing. So I don't know. I don't think that's what's going on there, but that's just me. Jaletta says, I don't believe that's what the Aces are doing. Nope. I think it's the city is free to do whatever they want. And if that incentivizes people to come to LA or come to Vegas, then what else are you doing as a team front office to get players to your thing? Like, if it's, I'm not saying it's easy. 100K ain't nothing to shake to shake off. But at the same time, if I'm losing players to go to Vegas because they're getting this 100K, what am I doing as a front office to make it attractive for players to come play where I am? What am I doing as a city to bring players to come to play for my team, to help my economy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing? If you're not, then you can't be mad at somebody else that is doing something. That's just what I think. Tulip says, Cheyenne, loving the life, making almost 200K from home. Pretty much. I mean, she's been on the sideline, but yeah, she got her regular contract. I don't know what her contract is, because it is a training camp contract, which means it's not too much money. But yeah, she does get that extra 100K. So she is doing pretty well, I would think. Um, let me see. Now we're gonna go. I'm sorry for sniffling in the mic, y'all. We're gonna go look at the past games, which would have been. Hold on. I really hate this WNBA page. Thursday, Tuesday. So we're gonna go from last Friday to this past Thursday. Not Friday's game. Friday's game is part of a new week. We're reviewing week 3. So we go here, and we're gonna look at the scores from last week. Boom. Okay. So the scores from last week. So last Friday, May 30th, we had Connecticut Sun take on the Indiana Fever, and Connecticut did get their first win over the Indiana Fever, 85-83. We had New York Liberty. New York has been rolling. New York, at that time, Connecticut Sun was 1-5. Indiana Fever went 2-4. We had New York, who was undefeated and still is undefeated. They were 6-0 at the time, beating Washington Mystics 85-63. Then we had Los Angeles Sparks took on my Aces. The Aces cooked. Kelsey was doing shooting all those threes. Her and Azare killing Chicago when they played Chicago. They did not show up in that same way versus the Aces, and the Aces did cruise through 96-81. You also had Minnesota Lynx, who was another undefeated team. They've been rolling as well. They went up against the Phoenix Mercury. This game, I think, came down to the wire, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say Natisha Heidemann was the person who hit the game-winning shot, if I'm not mistaken. So Minnesota was able to hold on to their undefeated start so far. So they beat them 74-71. Also on Friday, it's been so many. We talked about the schedule. How many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on Friday, and most of them were around the same time. The very last game was Atlanta Dream took on Seattle Storm. Seattle was cooking for a minute. They kind of cooled off a little bit. Atlanta did win 94-87. Then we go to Saturday. It was only one game last Saturday. It was Chicago Sky versus Dallas Wings. Chicago was looking for their first win of the season, and they got it. 94-83. I remember this game, obviously, because that's one of my teams. Camila Cardoso was the leading scorer. I believe she had 22, 23 points. She was very efficient around the rim. She had the team's first 10 points, and then she had 12 points in the first quarter. They let her cook a little bit. She came back, finished out the second half. It was a very, very, very good game. Ariel Atkins is starting to get active. Our shots were falling. Kia Nurse's shots were falling. I think Big Mama hit a couple of shots. Sloot was doing her thing. Sloot became the all-time winning, the all-time points leader of Chicago Sky with that game. So that was just an overall good game. It was good to see the ball movement. It was good to see they played similarly to what I saw them play in the preseason. That's all I've been waiting for, is to see a little spark that I knew they had it in them. But I was thoroughly happy with that. Now, we know Dallas Wings is having some issues, so we shall see as we continue to grow how we match up against some other teams. Because, later on we came right back and played Dallas again. On that Sunday, Connecticut Sun played New York Liberty. New York, this is that game, 100-52. Bananas. Connecticut never had a chance. I think when New York Liberty played Chicago Sky, they hit a record 19 made threes, which was a league high and I think a record for the WNBA for a team. They did it again against Connecticut, except Chicago got blown out, but we didn't get blown out by 48 points. It was like 24 or something like that, 25. But yeah, New York is crazy. New York is real crazy right now. They are looking like the team to beat. Them and Minnesota are neck and neck. Can't wait for them to play. I don't think they play each other until July or some end of June or, beginning of July, somewhere around there. So they might be steamrolling teams for a minute. But right now, yeah, New York still undefeated after that. Then you had Phoenix Mercury took on Los Angeles Sparks. Phoenix beat them 85-80. The next game was Las Vegas Aces. They played Seattle Storm. We're getting on track again. We're looking good again. We beat them 75-70. That puts Las Vegas Aces at that time 4-2 against Seattle Storm 3-4. Then you had the next day on that same day, we had Minnesota Lynx took on the Valks. Now, the Valks, although their record doesn't reflect, the Valks have been doing pretty well. Like, they're doing way better than I expected them to do, which is helping to keep the excitement going on in the league, I feel. I don't know if y'all can see that. They took on Minnesota Lynx, but Minnesota, again, is not losing. They beat them 86-75. Then we take the Washington Mystics took on Indiana Fever. This time, Indiana did win. They were on a 2-game losing streak. One with CC, I think, one without. They lost those 2 games, but they came back 85-76 against the Mystics. Mystics is another team that you can't really look at their record. They're so unpredictable. They are this rookie-led team with Brittany Sykes. They are doing amazing. That's another team that is like keeping people on their toes. You expect them to get blown out every single time, but that's just not the case. If you're looking at their record, if you look at them on paper, you say, how can they do that? They've been doing great. Shout out to Sydney, because I didn't know Sydney had it in him. He used to be, again, a assistant coach for Chicago last season. You know how we did last season. He was able to take his rookie talent and he's making it work. So shout out to them. Then you had Mercury take on Minnesota Lynx. Again, Minnesota railroad through Phoenix Mercury, beating them 88-65. You had Seattle taking on the Dallas Wings. 83-77, Seattle won. Dallas has been having some struggles, as we will continue to see. They haven't gotten that gel together. A lot of people, which I'm just listening to the Dallas fans, a lot of people are coming for the coach. A lot of people are coming for what he's drawn up and what he's playing and all this other stuff. They just can't seem to get it together. They'll come close, but they just haven't been able to get there. And Paige suffered a concussion in the first game against Chicago, and she's been out ever since. So without them having Ty Harris and Paige Beckers, who are their point guards, they've been kind of struggling. Then you have New York that took on Washington Mystics. Again, New York 8-0, 86-78. You have the Golden State Valkyries that took on Phoenix Mercury, and Phoenix won that 86-77. And then the last game that goes on to the next week that I would cover. So those were the last 2 games. And if we're looking at the standings, this is as of Friday, though, obviously. New York and Minnesota, 8-0. This is crazy. 8-0. When they match, if they can stay undefeated, when they match up, that's probably going to be one of the most anticipated games that we will see this season, this early in the season, until it gets time to getting close to playoff time. Number 3 are my Las Vegas Aces. We are 4-2 right now. We're on a 2-game winning streak. You have Phoenix Mercury, who is holding tight on at number 4, 6-3. They won 1. Atlanta Dream, they did lose last night, so they are sitting at number 5. They are 5-3. Seattle Storm is even at 500 with 4-4. They won their last one. They're sitting at 6. Indiana Fever are at number 7, 3-4. They won their last game. Right under them, Los Angeles Sparks are 3-6. They won their last game. Chicago Sky, we're sitting at 9. We're 2-4. I can't believe we've only played 6 games. I feel like Vegas Vegas and Chicago the only teams that's only played 6 nope, 6 games. It looks like we are. Why is that? This is going on the 4th week and we've only played 6 games. Anyway, Chicago sitting at number 9, 2-4. We won our last 2. Can we win 3 games in a row? Chicago had never won 3 games in a row all last season. All last season, the most they can win in a row was 2. Can we make it to a 3-game winning streak? Can we do that today? We shall see. Washington Mystics right under us at number 10 at 3-6. They lost their last 3. Golden State Valkyries are number 11. They're 2-5. They lost their last 4. Connecticut Sun 2-6. They were on a 3-game losing streak, but they won their last game last night, so they're on one win so far streak. And then, sorry, at the very bottom we have Dallas Wings, who are 1-8. They lost their last 4. So that is the roundup so far this week, and we shall see what happens. Next week. And I wasn't even showing y'all any of this the whole time I was talking. So now you can see that. Big Girl says, hey, Jay, did you watch the Texas Tech versus Texas? I don't watch baseball or softball, no. But I did hear about the lady that has the $1 million worth of NIL deals. Did you see the overtime with Juju versus Flage? I did not. I had not seen that. Why am I down there? That's weird. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at something else here. Huh. No, I did not. I didn't see that. But I did hear about it. Flage was upset that they lost, right? Let me see. Your Scaces, hold on, have had a comfy start. LA had to play 8 games, 16 games. Had to play 8 games in 16 days with a bunch of injuries. Scaces is SKACES. You got to have the K in there for Sky. So Sky Aces, SK, then capital ACES. But I was looking at the schedule, and we are going to be hurting in August. Both teams. Both teams probably have some of the toughest schedules at the end, which I think is, I would rather have it in the beginning. Give me the hard stuff in the beginning, so as we're trying to get to the playoffs, it's not so crazy. But yeah, they have us both stacked at the end of in August, at the end of the season, going into September. I know we play New York, Aces, Minnesota, and somebody else. Like, they're stacking us. Like, I don't know what that outcome is going to be for us. And then the Aces, the same thing, going up against some of the top teams. But we shall see how we do. Maybe this time we can use the condition to get better, to grow, and by the time it rolls around for that tough schedule to come up, we will be in good shape. We'll be conditioned. We would get all the kinks worked out, and we'll be a good, solid team. So we shall see. And that goes for both of them. Tulip says Dallas rock bottom 1-7, but have a point differential of just 5 points, 5.5 points. So they've been close, but can't see games out. Sun are -15 and Sky are -10. Yeah, Sky got blown out their first, 3 games, 30, 25, and I think it was like 13 or something like that. But we've been steadily, and then we won the next 2 games. But we've been steadily going down on the point differential as far as of what we're losing by. So hopefully we can start to turn that around. But yeah, Dallas is there. They get there and then it goes away. SC Brett says, "Hey J Boog, the WNBA is for entertainment purposes only." What does that mean? Hey SC Brett, what does that mean? Let me know. But yeah, that's the standings. The games today, like I said, we have Aces play the Valks at 2:00 my time, 2:00 Central. That's 3:00 Eastern, and then at 7:00, excuse me, 7:00 my time. Chicago plays Indiana. Those are the only two games that's coming on today, and then tomorrow you got one game, Seattle Storm versus the Phoenix Mercury. Oh no, that's tonight. Okay, one more game. It's 3 games tonight. Or 3 games today. Aces versus Valks at 2, Indiana versus Chicago at 7, and then you got Seattle Storm versus Phoenix Mercury at 9. And then tomorrow there's only 2 games. You got the Connecticut Sun versus Washington Mystics. That might be a good matchup. I want to see that. I'll be at work though. I won't be able to see it live. And then the Lynx take on Dallas Wings. I can't say that I don't think Minnesota is going to lose that game. I think they're going to end up being 9-0. But, things happen, and it might be a good day for Dallas, and Dallas may just whoop up on Minnesota. It's not likely. I don't think it's going to happen, but we shall see. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy's in the house. What's up, Jay? Hope you're feeling well. I'm feeling much better. Thank you so much. Jaletta says, how do you feel about the players leaving to represent their country? I kind of feel a little weird about that. Because, like, on one hand, I get it. Like, that's your country, right? You had made commitments to be there. And it was already agreed upon by the W that you can go, right? And not even your country. That's the team that you committed to, because the whole reason why is because the W doesn't pay enough. So you have to go play somewhere else. They're paying you the bucks. You have to make commitments, and that's what you have to do. On the other hand, it's baffling to me, especially teams like Dallas. I think, is it Phoenix or Connecticut, some other teams with the Euro League, that they're losing players like now. Like, I think Tierra McCowan is leaving, yet she left yesterday or something like that, or leaving today. There's another one of her players, another big from Dallas, is leaving or has already left. Like, they're gone, and they won't be back for like 3 weeks. This is a pivotal time. Yes, in the beginning of the season, you do have 44 games, but this is a pivotal time for you to try to gel together. Like, if you're Dallas, get together, try to figure out what works. You're already down 2 players, and now you're about to lose 2 more players. So now you're going to get what? Some hardship players to come in that may or may not help you. And then you're going to have to let them go to bring those other 2 back, which is going to just kind of mess up what you already been working on. That's weird to me. Like, I don't know why the W would allow that to happen. It's the same with I think there's I know Camilla, the Brazilian players are leaving at the end of the month. Their tournament is during All-Star break, I believe. So they're not missing that many games, at least for Chicago. So Chicago doesn't have a lot of games when Camilla's leaving. She might miss 2 games. If that, it just depends on the travel and all that other stuff, or if they want to rest her or whatever. She might miss a total of 4 games max, but in the minimum is probably like 2 games, because Chicago doesn't play that many games in between the time that Camilla's going to be gone. But the other players, whatever teams they're on, I don't know what games they have. It's just weird. Like, I understand that you have commitments, and it's the W's fault because they don't give you enough for you to solely commit on to the W. But it's kind of like, how can a team continue to grow? Like, missing Camilla is a big deal, but it's just Camilla, right? they still have the majority of their team. But if you're Dallas and you're already down and now you got to lose two more players, that's detrimental to your team. Like how can you be successful that in that way? That's weird. I don't know. I don't really like it, but I what can they do? They can't do anything about it like until they actually do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't necessarily like it, but it is what it is. But it's no different. Look at last season. It was so many people, so many players that didn't come back before the All-Star break or the Olympic break. You had people like Satu sitting out because she was hurt or she was resting or whatever because she wanted to be available to play for her country, Germany. You had all these players that were not available or not playing pre Olympic break, and then they come back, and then like the dynamics changes and all this stuff. Like it's, I don't know. W got to get together, in my opinion. Tulip says, go to ESPN WNBA homepage and look at their young core article. It's the worst ranking I've ever seen. For real, it's so biased. The ESPN WNBA homepage and look at their young core. I don't even know if I want to look at that. Is it going to piss me off? I don't feel like being pissed off today. SC Bread says when Paige Becker's coming back. Well, she was supposed to be back last night. Well, they said she was only going to be out for 2 games, but they extended it. Concussion protocol is weird. I mean, not weird in a bad way, but it's like it's based on how you feel, how you're, if you're still getting headaches and all this other stuff, you're not quite well, it's very hard for you to just jump back in the game. Same thing, Rakia was out for like 3 games, and then she took like 2 more personal days because she said, I just wasn't ready to come back. Like she said, I've never had a concussion before, and it just didn't feel right. Like the headaches and not being able to like see straight and dizziness and all this other stuff that comes along with a concussion. Like they give you that 2 days, 2 to 3 games to like get better, but sometimes you don't get better right away. So I don't know when Paige is coming back. She'll be back when she feels ready, I guess. Tulip says franchises have no loyalty to you when they'll waive you or trade you without warning. Your country is your country. I respect it. That is true. That is true. They will waive you. They will cut you. They will trade you at the drop of a dime. So you might as well go to where where you're good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that makes sense too. Why is McCowan playing Euroball? That's where she plays when she's not playing in the W. Um, and that's again, that's where her loyalty lies. I guess they might be paying them a lot of money to come over there, but that's where she plays. Although, wait, McCowan played. No, that was Kalani Brown. Kalani played in China. McCowan was in the Euro League. So yeah, that's what she was doing in her off season. Tulip says if the W want players to prioritize them, then prioritize the players by paying up. I think with the new CBA from next season, more players will stay the whole W season. Yeah, I think so too. I agree. SC Bray said, aren't you entertained by the WNBA hair pulling flagrant fouls, missed layups? Oh Jesus. Air ball is priceless. I see where you're getting at. No, I'm not entertained. I'm not entertained by that. Tulip says they have Fever number 1 as always. They have LA. Oh, you're talking about what teams have the better young core. I think I did see that. Fever number 1, they have LA 11th for young core when LA have Rakia, Cam, Fagan or Fago, Sarah Ashley Barker, and Ray. They have Lynx over LA when Lynx has no young core. Yeah, some of these articles, I think they just do it to stir up stuff. I don't think they really I don't think they know what they're talking about a lot of times. I don't put a lot of stock into that. They put Sky ninth too. Yeah. If you're talking about young core, you're right. LA has a young core. Washington has a young core. Chicago has a young core. Dallas has a young core. Um, Lynx doesn't have, like, you're right. Lynx doesn't have a real young core. But whatever, whatever. Yeah, so disrespectful. Sky's at seventh. Okay. Lynx have no good player under 25. It's all vets. Makes sense. Makes no sense. Yeah, it's people. They just. I think they do it to get people riled up so they can get clicks and visits to their sites and stuff like that. Um, my next little thing here. Now I didn't do so the fashions that I had. Let me fix this. Now this looks all weird. Hold on, y'all. Doing some producer stuff on the fly. Although April did send me some fits, I didn't do them all, but these are some of the ones that I thought, just a couple, honestly, just a couple. I haven't picked any. I'm not doing a fit of the week, but first of all, look at my girl niece. Shout out to Anissa Morrow, who played last night. I think she had 12, 13 minutes, came in, gave them defense, gave them some rebounds. She got a couple of points. Her bucket that she had gave them a couple of extra points on their lead. And when they got that, they never lost the lead after that. She came in with energy. I love that they let her stay in. So shout out to Nisa. I need to see more minutes for Nisa. I know she's coming off injury, but I'm very happy to see her on the floor. But this is a fit that she had on. I just look at, if y'all can zoom in, if it's a way that y'all can zoom in, the abs are abbing. I don't know if y'all saw she put out a TikTok where she showed her abs. And I'm talking about these are not like girly like abs. These are like bodybuilder abs that Anissa has. And you can see them a little bit there, but when she flexes, it's a whole washboard. So to whoever had put out that Anissa needed to lose some weight because she was chubby, I don't think y'all really know what Anissa looks like under her jersey. Maybe because y'all don't follow her and y'all don't see like when she's in regular clothes and stuff like that. That the girl is real thin, to be honest, and she's a freaking brick wall. Look at her stomach. But shout out to Anissa. That was a cute fit. I think I have Anissa on here twice because I just love her so much. Anissa there with the shark boots. I thought that was cute. This is Asia with this. She was wearing some blinged out Jordan 1s, some low top Jordan 1s blinged out with this outfit that was an A1 outfit. Like it had her logo on the back. It's a jean top and bottom skirt. Her signature on the front, A1 signal on the back, or logo on the back. It's like a Nike fit just for her with these blinged out Jordans. I want those shoes. I know I can't afford them, but I wish I can get those. But oh, Go Tigers here. Hey, Cheyenne, what's going on? Niece ate that look up. Niece got real abs, solid. Yeah, that ain't no painted on abs. Niece got muscles. Anissa and Rivers were on fire. Go Tiger Hoops says, I love that game last night, son, heating up. Jeremy said, best dressed rookies are Anissa and Kiki. Sanaya Rivers as well. Yeah, if y'all see those fits, DM me. If you follow me on Twitter, I think you can I think my DMs are off on Twitter because they be trying to get at me, the crazies, the corn people. So my DMs are off. But if you follow me on Instagram, you can DM me there. You can email me. All my information is on my home site here on YouTube, where you can find my social media. You can send me some of the pictures or tag me. If you follow me, you can tag me on Instagram or tag me on Twitter. Um, any of the fits that you see, and then I can show them here because I haven't been able to see. I haven't seen many that I really like. So these were just a few, and these are older. These are just a few. I think the first Nisa one was the one from last night. But yeah, if y'all have some fits that y'all think are fire, go ahead and send them to me. I think that's it on the fits. Oh, I have one more. Rakia. Rakia don't miss, but Rakia's been gone. So I haven't been able to see Rakia. So this was a nice, I thought, pretty cool outfit. Angel has been in her suit era, her businesswoman era. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite looks that I've seen on Angel yet, but it's very early in the season. We have a lot of games left, and I know the fits are coming. Camilla has a new stylist. I know her fits are coming. So when I start to see something that I really really like, I'll make sure I get them together. But I just haven't seen anything like that's just been like super, rocking my socks off or anything like that. But yes, as far as Dejanay never not she's never not looking good. Although her outfit last night, I liked the vest. She had the vest on with the no shirt, so her like little side boobies are out and stuff like that. But the pants and the boots didn't really work for me because I was gonna feature that, but I didn't really like. I mean, she's showing off body, but I didn't really like the outfit. But outside of that, Dejanay usually really looks good. Ray Burrell always, yeah, that's another one who really looks good. But I haven't seen them, so if y'all see them, tag me so I can feature them. Um, I can check for some discount vacation plans, like 3 to 5 days, 53 on the place you visited last. Huh? What you talking about, Essie Brett? Um, so that's it on the clothes because I didn't do a full fit check. I didn't do a full fit check. But I did also want to go over the awards that they gave out this past for the month of May. So for the month of May, Rookie of the Month was none other than um, Kiki. Kiki Iriafin has really like I was not watching her in college as much. Like I knew I would watch when I could USC. I didn't really watch her at Stanford. I did see like one game where she went off when her and Cam were playing together. But I wasn't really familiar with her game. Um, but she came into the league like she's been here before. Like she's putting vets on the floor. She's not backing down from nobody. She's giving vets their welcome to the W moment, and I love it. Like I didn't I didn't I didn't know. I didn't know about Kiki. I never thought she was bad, but I'm like I didn't realize. Now her going high in the draft stock, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she's playing, she could have been, number 2 or whatever. Like she is balling for the month of May, 13.9 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 1 assist. She has averaged a double double. I think she has her own little streak going. She might be going for Angel's streak. Angel came in, set all these records, broke all these records that haven't been broken in years and years and years and years. So I think it's so dope that the record she's chasing is someone current. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's here and now. I think that's so dope. And Angel is the one that she's trying to catch as far as those type of records. So let's see what she does if she can get close to that record of the double double streak for rookies, or the amount of double doubles in a season for a rookie. So shout out to Kiki for what she's doing, and right behind her is Sonia. Sonia has come in. These two players, Kiki and Sonia, had to play behind big name players. Sonia in Notre Dame, you got big names, Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles. Hannah is always cooking. Like they struggled a little bit this season, but it was always Hannah. It was always Olivia. It would be, if before Westbelt got hurt, it was Maddie. It was those three, and then it was Sony was just there. But Sony was always productive. You had to actually watch Notre Dame, which I did. I watched every game. You had to watch Notre Dame to know what Sonia Citron really could do. She was like the silent killer. Like whenever they needed a shot, whenever they needed some defense, whenever somebody else wasn't producing, Sonia was always that backbone for them. And she never got that recognition. She comes to Washington, pairs up with someone like a Kiki, and look what they're doing. Kiki, another person playing behind a big name as Cam Brink in Stanford. Then she goes to USC, and you got Juju Watkins, the biggest name in all of college basketball. You just don't get the shine. Everything is going through her. And she's kind of trying to figure out where she fits in that, because she wasn't even playing, not well, but she wasn't even, you couldn't really see her play as well or be as dominant as she even was in Stanford. You didn't see that at USC because everything was going through Juju the whole time. And so it was kind of hard for her to find her way. But then you get her to Washington. Aaliyah Edwards is hurt. Shakira Austin is hurt. Like Sony and Kiki had to like perform right away. And the good thing about them is they have solid vets, with Brittany Sykes having her rebirth, coming back from injury and playing so well now. You got Steph Dolson that's there. So you have these little pieces of people, of vets that are there to help support them, and they're just thriving. They're just thriving. So I'm so happy and so proud of Kiki, what she's been able to do. Um, do you know she was on the championship team with Cam? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Um, Sorry to Niece, but Kiki cleared her so bad she's on to Angel now. That's the combo. Wait, sorry to Niece, but Kiki cleared her so bad. Well, Niece ain't played. Niece hasn't had a chance to play. Niece is like averaging what, 2 points or something like that, maybe one rebound. Like she hasn't had the opportunity in the minutes to play. Kiki has. Kiki is a starter. Niece is barely coming off the bench now, where she's getting a few more minutes a game. And now that Adota is hurt, we probably will see Niece more. So I don't know about cleared Niece, because Niece ain't really played yet. But she's on the Angel now. That's the combo. That's fine, because Angel holds the crown. Angel does hold the crown for the records that she broke. So we shall see if Kiki can take that. And I mean it in all in good fun and competition, and I love it. I know there's a lot of people that's trying to pit, as they always do, pit Kiki against Angel and against Anissa, and it's always who's better, and all, I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to celebrate it as a whole. I'm not here about competition where it's down in another person. I love the competition, and I hope Kiki gets close, or if not, surpasses her, so Angel can come back and surpass her. I love that type of competition, when it's all in good fun for the sport, not where it's tearing other people down. So I want to make that clear. I am not on that train that I'm seeing happening on the timeline, where it's got to always be like a competition, but in a negative way. I'm not with that. But again, shout out to Kiki. Big Girl says Angel versus Kiki should be a good matchup. I think it will be. That's gonna be cool. Asia got them Swarovski Jordan 1 lows. They were 1K in retail. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tulip says, "Oh, Kikiola is cooking." Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Keisha says, "I don't think." Hey, Keisha. I don't think Cece is hurt. I don't think they want her to play a Chicago game because we'll be back Tuesday. What? They don't want her to play in the Chicago game? Is that what you're saying? Because she's coming back on Tuesday's game? I'm talking about the beach you last visited. In Myrtle Beach? When I went to Myrtle Beach? Is that what you're talking about? Tulip says two things that impressed me most about Kiki is her strength and her mid-range jumper, strong as an ox and swishing the middies. Yeah, her strength. That girl's strong under the basket. I've seen people try to knock her around, and it don't really work out that way. Like, she is strong. Kiki took Edwards' starting spot in her franchise status. This is Kiki's team now, for real. I mean, Aaliyah was hurt, and I did see, like, I'm questioning how both of them can be on a team, because both of them, I was worried about why they were drafting her in the first place, because you have Aaliyah Edwards, but Aaliyah Edwards was hurt. Now you have Kiki. They play the same position. I did see them in the game together, but I don't think it lasted very long when they had them both in at the same time. It's going to be I think it's going to be an interesting season to see how that plays out, because Aaliyah has to get her legs back under her. I thought she did great and unrivaled. She was really on the up and up, and then she hurt her back. And so she's not playing, and you have a rookie here who's doing amazing things, and why would you change that? So it's going to be interesting to see how they can incorporate Kiki back into the fold. Tulip says, I want them all to shine, but at least comparing fours makes sense. They keep comparing CC to Angel when they're different positions and skill sets. Yeah, no. They can. I love the comparisons. I love the competition. I love that between the fours, the threes, the twos, whoever. I love that. I don't love when they turn it negative, because Kiki can shine and Angel can shine and Niece can shine. All these players can shine. It doesn't need to be like this hate thing that I don't know why they love to do that, but it's just this stand culture these days where you just can't you can't have more than one person that's doing well. If they're doing well, everybody else has to be doing horribly, and I don't like that. Tulip says Aaliyah needs to gain some strength and play the five, or she'll be on the bench. Interesting. The next award, Player of the Month for the Western Conference, is Fee. 26.8 points, 7.8 rebounds a game, 3.0 assists. And her team is undefeated. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she is the leading scorer. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Players. Yeah, Anissa. Nafisa is the leading scorer. Right now at 25.1 points. Right under her is Asia at 22.8, and Kelsey is 21.6. So Fee is leading the league in scoring, but for the month of May, she was 26.8 points. I mean, she's picking up where she left off. I think Fee is definitely trying to come for the MVP. A lot of people have said like they're tired of people talking about Stewie and talking about Asia, talking about everybody else, but they always leave Fee off the list. So I think Fee also feels that, and she deserves and wants to be, in that conversation as well. So far so good. She's doing really great over there in Minnesota. They don't look like they're stopping anytime soon. Then we look for the East Coast. The East Coast Player of the Month. Look at this. For the very first time in her entire career, the first time in her entire career, and I think they said she's been in the league for, is it 8 years, 9 years, something like that? I can't remember if her and Asia came out at the same time. But around in all her career, this is her first time. she's ever gotten Player of the Month. She has averaged 21.4 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. And she's been doing it in the A1s. The A1s have turned Alicia Gray up a couple more notches. She was already up here. It just took her up another level. She's been playing out of her mind. Um, Everything looks great. Atlanta's been doing great. They had a little skid, but they're looking to try to come back a little, come back from that skid and then get back on the right track. But Alicia Gray is that girl. You forgot Alicia Gray did win All-Star last season. She won the 3-point challenge. She won the skills challenge. She won both of those things, took home that money. She swept the competition and went home with those checks. So we can't sleep on AG. She's been doing great over there. So I mean, no complaints. I mean, I wouldn't have complaints anyway. That's what the W felt or thought. I don't know who votes on those things, but I mean, Kiki being Rookie of the Month, Alicia Gray being Player of the Month for the East, and Fee being Player of the Month for the West. It makes sense. It makes sense. Tulip says MV Fee Asia Defensive Player of the Year role reversal this season. We shall see. When did Kiki win a natty? I beg to differ. What? Are y'all talking about something else? Oh, when did she win a natty? With Stafford? Is that what you're talking about? Angel versus Kiki would be great. The first time they faced off ever against one another. Yeah, that is true. Let's see, when are they going to play? When is Chicago going to play Washington? Because Washington and Chicago is already a thing because Angel going back home to that area. A lot of her friends and family come out for that game. But it was also very interesting whenever Chicago played Washington, Aaliyah Edwards would turn up like no other. She would try to cook us every single time. And our next game, let me see when we play them. We won't play them until June 17th. June 17th, that's on a Tuesday, is when we play Mystics. Mystics will be at Chicago. June 17th, that's going to be on League Pass only. But yeah, that will be a good matchup. Unrivaled has improved a lot of these players' games. Slim, Fee, Alicia, Tosh Cloud, AB, Azare, etc. all looking better now. Let me tell y'all about Azare. Z is what they call her. Z could not hit a 3 to save her life when she played with Rose. Every time we needed her to hit a 3, her and Lexi, brick. Now, I'm not saying they didn't help us, but every single time, brick. They get to the league, they get back to the W season, freaking Z is like 50% or more from 3. She hit 5 3-pointers yesterday. 5 3-point, and it's money. It ain't like barely going in. Those things are swishing. It's not even hitting the rim. Like Unrivaled, like she practiced in her. I said like Z practiced in Unrivaled. All those threes she was throwing up trying to make, practicing. She gets to the league now, and it's money. Like shout out to Rose BC, because look what y'all did. Because I don't like it because she's hitting threes against us. I don't want that. Not against the Aces, not against Chicago. But shout out to Z because, yeah, Unrivaled definitely has shown that it has helped improve almost all their players. Hog Boss says, stop comparing Kiki to Reese. Reese is a leader. Kiki was handed the keys to a car when Juju went down and parked it back in USC's garage. Well, I don't think anybody's comparing Kiki to Reese. Well, at least I'm not. I already explained how I feel about the whole situation. But thank you. I don't think unless you changed your name, I think you might be new here. But thank you for being here. So that's kind of what I talked about. And actually, Sandy, the coach from New York, said that Kiki is a better pro than she was a college player, which is amazing. So at this point, it doesn't matter what she did in college. She's cooking right now in the big leagues and the pros, and that's all I really care about. And I don't mind the, like I said, the competition between her and Reese. I don't think it's a comparison that is negative, and I don't see it as negative. So I'm not that's not where I am with it, but I see what I get your comment. Um Keisha says I'm done with Shannon Sharp. He had Dave Portnoy on his show, the same guy who called Angel classless. Shannon keeps saying people Shannon keeps saying people hating on CC. He wanted to know why he's in the situation he's in. Yeah, that conversation is so tired. It's so tired. It's so unwarranted. It's not true, but they're gonna make you believe that that is what's going on. Hold on. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. My bad. I hope y'all didn't hear me trying to get this stuff out of my nose. Um, Jeremy was saying hog boss, no one compared them, just giving Kiki her flowers for a good start in the rookie season. Reese is one of a kind. She is one of a kind. And if you've been around my channel, this is an Angel Reese Stan account. I love me some Angel Reese. I don't want to say Stan because Stan, some people go crazy. I'm real. I'm a realist. I love Angel, but I'm in reality as well. But we love Angel over here. We don't take any Angel slander. I don't go for it. I cut it off at the knees. But I also am not here for arguing about any of that. We love Angel over here and we leave it at that, but we also can celebrate other players at the same time. So Angel is one of a kind. Angel is amazing. And I agree with you on that, but we are not going to use that to say anything negative about any other player. Tulip says Z been cooking since Unrivaled finals. She dropped almost 20 and 20 in the finals and been hooping ever since. Boog, that's because their W teams gave them spacing. Rose had no spacing. But they won the championship. They did something right. Reese will shut Kiki down. Watch. We'll see. June, what did I say? June 17th? Let's see. Fee is on a mission this season. Yes, she is. SC Brett said, I don't think Kiki Area Finn played in that championship game. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. Um, I don't know why y'all be saying I can't wait to see Reese play another player because Reese always puts defense on them. Go look it up. No one's saying that, Hog Boss. What? Come on now, don't come in here hot. No one's saying that. Reese is amazing. Angel is amazing. We know this. She's the best defender that they have on Chicago right now. She's amazing. She scores. She can guard all five positions. She's great at what she does. No need to go crazy. Keisha says, J Spot, have you been going to the game? I have not yet. I haven't gone to a game yet. Well, I went to the preseason game to see them play against Brazil. But like I was telling y'all earlier, I'm trying to I want to go to Atlanta to see a game. I just don't know if it's going to be Chicago or Vegas. I want to go to Chicago to see a game, and I want to go to Vegas to see a game. I planned on going to LA when they play Chicago Sky because that's when Candace gets her jersey retired, and then she's going to be coming to Chicago to get her jersey retired. So I was trying to make it to those games. I ain't rich, so I got to pick and choose where I'm going to go. But my plan is to get to at least 2 games, even if I have to just drive to Dallas and go to a game that way. If I can't, get the funds to fly out and stuff like that, I can always drive to Dallas. It's not super far and go watch a game, but I plan to do that. All right. And the last award was Coach of the Year. That went to obviously Sandy Brondello. I think she got it over Reeve because, New York has been blowing everybody out. The only team they haven't really blown out yet was who did they play where it was close? Was it Washington? That was pretty close. They didn't blow them out. But most of everybody else, they've been blowing them out. So, Coach, they won that championship. They came back like it never happened. Like nothing never changed. They came back like they never left, and they've been jamming ever since. So shout out to Coach Sandy in New York. All right, y'all. Let me see. Tulip says you gotta go to Candace Jersey in retirement. She's the GOAT. I know, but my pockets, I gotta find out how to how to get there. Where am I gonna stay? How long am I gonna stay? All that good stuff. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try to see if I can go to one of them. I don't know if I can, but I'll figure it out. By the way, y'all, I know I'm getting ready to go because we got 3 minutes before the Aces play. I gotta go watch it on the big screen. But thank y'all for hanging with me. Everybody's in here. Give me the likes on the way out. Thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm going to be here every week. I just don't know what day yet. It's either going to be a Thursday, a Friday, or a Saturday. Y'all will catch me weekly to go over the W for the past week. I love y'all's conversation. I love the content. Even if we don't agree, I love when y'all come in here. Just don't be disrespectful. But everybody that's in here, share this with someone. Let people know. Come check us out. We have a good time over here. I need to get my name back in a little bit. I fell off a little bit because I've been sick, but I need to get back on the algorithm so I can start getting my views up again and getting some more subscribers and for us to have a good time. All right. So thank y'all for hanging with me. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a good week and let's go Scaces. Shout out to the Aces. Shout out to the Sky. I hope both of my teams win today. And y'all be safe. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.